reporting for conservative media.
But we love Rush, and everyone at the top level shares from each other. I mean, if I could only be half as good as Rush one day. But the point is, everyone needs to see that, because that definitely encapsulates a lot of what I think. But, you know, so what's the bottom line? The bottom line is, yes, we ran with the story that had every single possible marking that it was credible. Even in those first videos, if I remember correctly, we were saying, hey, maybe it was a mistake, this and that. We had the disclaimers on there. So we were already hedging the bet. But we're saying, if this is true, then boom. So all these people that want to try, sorry, AstroTurfers, that's never going to work. As soon as we've worked harder than anyone covering this story that I know of, personally, in my personal opinion. We've been out there in front of it. We were the first major outlet that I know of that watched the whole tape, then went out and broadcast nationally on the Rusty Humphrey shows about it. We've constantly moved with the story and tried to get the facts right as fast as humanly possible, particularly given our limited resources compared to these multinational media corporations, a lot of them, or at least national media corporations and stuff like that, let alone the White House. Okay, so that's the one thing. So, but to the extent that, you know, we took, I mean, no apologies for us reacting the way that we did. I make no apologies for covering the story. I make no apologies of being upset and being reacting strongly against racial discrimination or what was the appearance of racial discrimination. But again, we apologize that we went off of those things and they turned out to be out of context, and any negativity that might have caused Mrs. Sherrod, we apologize for that, and we have apologized for that again here. I've already said that. However, you know, the people that want to say, oh, she's a hero, she's a champion, oh, this and that, whatever, oh, this is, you know, well, wait a minute. And we felt bad about her, what happened to her dad, and said that, you know, I've said on the Rusty Humphrey shows that, you know, she went through a lot of stuff, overcame a lot of stuff, come a long way, and, you know, but these other comments that she said right now, and that she's still saying, and she, you know, it's another meeting with Obama, and she wants to do more media stuff. It's like, there's a lot of things that are very, very questionable about, in my personal opinion, what this woman is saying and how she's still thinking. Now, we're half Hispanic and half Anglo, white, whatever. You know, I grew up in Washington, Pennsylvania in the 1970s/80s, and frankly, in my personal opinion, that, you know, the great, nice people, nice community, it seemed like the 1950s or 60s. I was called all kinds of stuff. Spick, wetback, blah, 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 you know, going down the list. You know, we grew up really, really, really poor when my mom and dad split. You know, had hand-me-down clothes, had to live with our grandparents, had to, you know, there's all kinds. You know, we've dealt with all kinds of, I'm not trying to compare that to anything that Miss Sherrod has gone through, or, you know, I can't get into that. Who's a bigger victim? Because I'm not a victim. I've always thought of myself as an American. And I don't pose it that way too. And I'm proud of what I've been able to do, and my family's been able to do, and I know, as God's witness, there's no way I could have done that in any other country than this country. So whatever problems we have in this country, and we've got some, we sure have some now dealing with this Obama administration, you know, hallelujah for that. This country's been unbelievable for me. And it's been, and I like to be positive and spread that positivity to everyone. And unfortunately, I think that, you know, you see, it's like what Mandela said, and it's like what Dr. Martin Luther King said, and Gandhi said, you know, being in prison, that's a mental thing. I don't let anyone else define me. I don't let them put me in prison. Okay? I'm not a victim. Okay? You know, we're out there making it happen. You know, the only, you know, 90% of your success and failure in life is who you're staring at in the mirror every day, if not 99%. I guarantee you. Because frankly, honestly, most people don't care about you. That could even be your family in some cases. So it's on you. There's nobody holding you down and stuff. That doesn't mean that we don't have problems and things to address and racism and stuff. But you know what? You focus on that. That's going to stop you, and that's going to limit you and control you. Now, the point is that I think Ms. Sherrod has some more work to do, in my personal opinion, to overcome maybe some of the scars and some of the prejudices that she's got going on. And I'm not comfortable with the things that I've heard with having her in a position of power in the government making decisions over $1 billion plus. I'm not comfortable with that. It seems very kind of like, hey, it's whatever I feel like doing. You know, I'm not comfortable with that. Okay? And that doesn't mean I think she's a bad person or she's evil or gotcha or anything like that. You know what I analogize it to? I was talking to Paul about this off the air. It's kind of like someone that went to war and they saw and experienced some unbelievably terrible things. And, you know, people from Vietnam, some people from Iraq, whatever, and they come back and they're not always the same. Maybe not at least at first. Post-traumatic stress disorder or something like that. Or like I could have a friend, I could have a family member, and I don't really drink that much, but maybe we went out for someone's birthday and they had a lot of drinks and they're drunk. And doesn't mean I don't love them, but I'm not letting them drive. Because they're not in not in the right capacity to be able to operate a motor vehicle safely. And so, I mean, Ms. Sherrod, I think she's definitely, soaking up this media. I think that, and all the rest, but she seems like a nice person to me. She seems pretty cool. I'd hang out with her and stuff like that. I just don't want her in the government. At least not from what I see right now. She could do great as a talk show host or maybe a motivational speaker, maybe this or that, whatever like that. I'd love to sit down, have some dinner with her, kick it with her, talk about this or whatever. Seems like she's really been through a lot of things. I could learn a lot from her. That'd be cool. But I don't want her in the government. Overseeing a bunch of stuff. And as we said before, this was never about Shirley Sherrod. This was about Obama and what he did and how fast he throws people under the bus and who he's surrounding himself with. I don't care about racial anything. All I care about is stopping this Obama administration from making this country into more of a socialist type of situation, into dividing people up and, taking away freedom and liberty and all that and capitalism. I want people to keep their money. I want people to I hope there's more rich people than ever. I hope there's more people pursuing their dreams than ever. I want less regulation, less taxes. I want more freedom. I want more liberty. I want, everyone to be able to do what they want to do. I'm sick of the government control. I want you to be able to do what you want to do. And whether it's, and I've said before, discrimination is stupid. It's not only is it morally wrong, it's stupid. If I have a football team, I want the best people on the team. If I have a corporation, whatever it is, I want the best people on the team. If you say, hey, I'm not going to take people from this part of the country, or this or that, or whatever like that, and it's arbitrary, capricious, certainly based upon skin color or cultural origin, which is absolutely ridiculous, then you're just hurting yourself. I'm not like that. I want the best. So, besides it being morally wrong. So anyway, the point is, this is all BS. I hope everyone's, learned something here, but I think it's a distraction. We want to get back to the issues, and we always focus on this issue, but we make no apologies for dealing with the hot topics, because we always will. So I hope that makes some sense. Paul, do you agree with that, and what else do you want to say to wrap up?
Well, just in wrapping up, we did, we wanted to come on here, say some remarks, kind of give Shirley Sherrod her just due in terms of our first reporting on the story. But as you've mentioned and as you said here, there is a lot more. When you look at the totality of her remarks and what she's saying and the numerous interviews she's doing now, as you said, there's a lot to be desired there. I mean, there's a lot to, there's some things you have to really look at hard there. And I don't think, I agree with you. I think it's questionable whether this is the person that is best suited to be in her former position.
So there you go. So I think that, again, this is never about Shirley Sherrod. This is about Obama, what he's doing, how he handles things. I think that this is really like the ad agency presidency. They are so, and that's what happened. All the reporting now, all the credible reporting now is that the Obama administration moved immediately simply based upon the Breitbart posting on his site. So that just shows you how obsessed, in my personal opinion, they are with all the media reporting out there, their critics, what's going on the internet, and controlling, winning the news cycle, it's not whatever. It's like, bro, get to work, okay? Stop taking vacations, stop looking at little internet sites, it's not whatever. Just do your job. How about you do that? Just do your job, try to do it well. Let's get some jobs going again here. Let's get this Gulf spill cleaned up. Let's get some things going here, bro. Okay? Do your job.